Imagine waking up one bright morning and feeling that today is the most special day of your life. Now imagine that you are about to start your very first big acting job. Your heart beats fast with excitement, and you feel as if your dreams are coming true. But just when you think nothing can surprise you more, a rich young man steps into your life and offers a deal so unexpected it shakes the ground beneath you. This is the story of a young actress who dared to take a risk and learned that sometimes the most unusual chance can change everything. There was a bright young woman who loved stories more than anything. From the time she was little, she would pretend that every day was a movie day, living in a world full of magic, heroes, and exciting adventures. Her name was Mia. Mia had always dreamed of acting and making people smile with her performance. Every time she watched a movie or a show, she thought, one day I will be there too. After many auditions and long hours of practice, finally Mia received the call that changed her life. She was chosen for her first big role in a new film that promised bright lights, cameras, and exciting scenes. The morning of her first day on set was filled with a mix of nervousness and joy. The studio was large and full of energy. There were big cameras that looked like giant eyes, bright lights that made the set shine like the sun, and many helpers working together like a tight team. Every little detail was important because they all helped tell the story in the best of ways. Mia could see technicians connecting wires, adjusting special lights, and checking every tool to make sure nothing went wrong on camera. This was not just a job. This was her dream coming to life. The set where Mia worked was like a magic workshop. Imagine a place where art meets science. Here, huge cameras recorded each moment. Lights were carefully placed to show every smile and tear, and sound equipment captured even the softest whisper. The crew explained that every light angle was chosen to make the story feel real, and every camera position was picked to help the audience see the truth of the scene. The technical details might seem very simple, but behind each tool was a layer of knowledge. For example, the bright lights were not only for beauty, they helped set the right mood and gave the actor a chance to shine. The technology behind every shot was like a secret recipe for magic on screen. Mia watched closely as a technician explained how a camera works a bit like an eye. It sees the world and then shows it to everyone in a picture that tells a story. She learned that special software on a computer could change colors or brighten dark images later when the movie was made. It was all very fascinating, and Mia felt lucky to be in a world where every detail mattered in making art. Even though she was new, she began to understand that art and technology work together like best friends. Just as Mia was getting used to the bright lights and busy crew, something very surprising happened. A young man who looked calm and full of energy walked onto the set. He was not part of the usual team. Instead, he was known as a rich young man who had made his fortune in business. His presence caught the attention of everyone, and his steps were confident as he moved. He did not speak much at first, but his eyes showed that he had a big idea in his head. Without warning, he made an unusual offer. He approached the production team with a proposal for Mia that was far different from a normal acting contract. Instead of just paying her for this one job, he wanted to give her a chance at something even bigger. His deal promised not only money, but also a brand new adventure into the world of movies. He offered to support her with more training, new roles, and even the possibility of producing a short film that could someday turn into a series. It was as if he wanted to be a friend and a guide in the world of acting, a chance for Mia to learn the secrets of filmmaking from many experts. Mia felt a wild mix of emotions. At first she was shocked. Here she was, on her very first big role, and now this rich young man was offering her a deal that no one had seen coming. It was like being offered a ticket to a hidden land of magic where every wish might come true. Her heart pounded and she felt both excitement and a little fear. The deal was unusual and it carried risks, but it also shined with the promise of a bright future. The offer was not just about stepping into a role, it came with many benefits. The young man promised to help Mia learn more about filming by letting her meet famous directors and learn how to work with cameras and lights. He also talked about creating a small film together that would show off her true talent. This new deal was meant to push her to work on her skills and take part in more complex projects. It was a chance to understand how special effects work, how editors put scenes together, and how every scene was planned just like pieces in a puzzle. In simple terms, think of the deal as a giant surprise gift. Imagine if you were given a toy that not only plays fun games, but also can teach you how to build even more amazing toys. That is what the offer felt like. A promise to learn and grow in a world that often seems very big and a little mysterious. It was a mix of fun, learning, and challenge. A combination that made the heart beat faster with hope. Many people might get scared when they hear such an unexpected offer. Yet sometimes life gives us these moments when we must choose between the safe road and a new, exciting path. Mia spent a quiet moment to think about the decision. She thought about how hard she had worked for the role, how much she dreamed of making movies, and how sometimes the best lessons in life come from taking a brave step forward. After a long walk around the big set, Mia looked at the busy team and all the wonderful tools of the film world. She thought of the cameras, the lights, and even the complex computer software that turned raw scenes into beautiful movies. Every detail was like a tiny spark that, together, could create a whole fireworks show. That moment made her feel that this was the perfect time to accept the challenge. She decided to take the leap. Mia saw that this unexpected deal might be a little risky, but it was also a chance to learn more than she could ever imagine. Taking the deal meant that Mia would now spend extra time learning many new things: how to work with sound, how to handle the camera's magic, and how to let every part of the film speak its own little part of the story. It was as if she was stepping into a classroom where every lesson was hidden behind a fun game. If you imagine your favorite video game, sometimes you find a secret level that teaches you new tricks. That was what this deal meant for Mia. A secret level in her life that could make her a much better actress. It is important to know that not many people get such a chance. Most people wait for a long time for even one small door to open. But Mia was brave enough to accept that door. With courage, she stepped forward and chose to learn from something unexpected. A choice that many of us can look up to when we face hard decisions ourselves. This choice reminded us that sometimes a little risk can lead to great learning and amazing adventures. Once Mia had accepted the rich young man's offer, the entire crew began to work together in a new way. The project was no longer just a simple acting job. It was a journey where creativity met technology. The director changed parts of the script so that Mia could act in scenes that showed not only her talent in speaking and moving, but also in learning the secrets behind each camera shot. The film set buzzed with many tasks. There were moments when the camera had to capture a perfect smile, while the lighting crew adjusted huge lights to show the magic in every shadow. Other times, the sound engineers worked carefully to ensure that every word, every rustle, and every whisper was heard clearly. To help Mia, technical experts explained how every small detail made the final film look like a beautiful painting. They used simple words to describe technical setups such as exposure, filters, and angle adjustments. Even though these words might sound a bit technical, they were explained with care so that everyone could understand them, no matter their age. For example, when the camera did not capture a scene just right, the crew would check the equipment as if they were solving a fun puzzle. They would say, "Let us try a different angle or adjust the light a bit." This made Mia laugh because it reminded her of putting together a model airplane, where sometimes you must try different pieces until everything fits perfectly. The fun of solving these little puzzles made the long hours of work feel like a great adventure. Every day on set, Mia learned something new. One day, she discovered how the camera could change the way a scene looked by zooming in and out. Another day, she learned how the computer could fix a small mistake in a soundtrack. These skills were not only fun, but also very important in making a movie. All these new lessons built a strong foundation for Mia's future work and gave her the magic tools to tell better stories on screen. Some viewers might ask, what exactly happens behind the scenes that make a film so amazing? Well, it is much like mixing colors in a paint set to create a new picture. The film crew uses cameras that capture images at a very high quality. They use lights that can be soft like a gentle morning sun or strong like a spotlight on a stage. In between, there are computers that help combine all these images together, much like putting pieces of a puzzle into one complete picture. The editor on the team spent many hours after filming to choose the best moments from long videos. Editing is like writing a story with pieces of video and sound. The editor would put together different shots so that the final movie would flow naturally, and every scene would tell a part of the bigger tale. These technical details may seem very complex, but they can be explained simply. Every light, camera, and soundtrack works together so that you, the viewer, are taken on an amazing journey through the story. One funny moment on set came when one of the big lights did not turn on as planned. The technicians scrambled to fix it, and it looked a little bit like a race to finish a puzzle. Even though it was a small problem, everyone laughed because it reminded them of a time when they tried to make a big ice cream sundae and found a missing scoop at the very last minute. This little mishap taught everyone that working together leads to success, even when the plan does not work the first time. Mia saw that even when technical problems occurred, the magic of filmmaking was never lost. Every mistake had a lesson hidden inside, a lesson that taught the crew to work together, be patient, and always try again. This blend of art and science was one of the most important parts of her journey. As the project moved forward, Mia began to understand that life often hides its best lessons in moments of surprise. The unexpected deal from the rich young man was not simply about money or fame. It was about growing as a person and an artist. Each day, as she learned how to work with lights, cameras, and sounds, she also learned more about herself. She discovered that stepping into the unknown, even when it feels scary, can bring out the best in us. Mia kept a small diary where she wrote down every new fact she learned from the crew. She noted the way a light could change the feeling of a scene, or how a sound effect could make a soft whisper feel like music. These small steps, like learning a new word or technique, filled her with confidence and excitement for the future. It is important here to see that life is full of surprises. Sometimes when a new chance comes along, it may seem wild and confusing at first. But if you take the time to look closer and understand what is being offered, you often find that it is a chance to build a better future. Mia's choice to accept the rich young man's proposal was a brave one. It showed that with a positive attitude and a willingness to learn, we can turn even the strangest moments into opportunities for growth and creativity. By the end of this journey, Mia discovered that success does not only rest on the final movie that appears on screen, but in every single lesson learned along the way. This lesson reminds us that sometimes a surprising offer can be the key to unlocking a world of opportunities that we never thought possible. After many days of filming, technical adjustments, learning new skills, and growing in confidence, the moment finally came when the film was complete. The project was a beautiful mix of color, sound, emotion, and creativity. Every camera angle, every light change, and every sound clip worked to tell the story of a young woman who dared to take a chance. When the film was shown to the audience for the very first time, hearts were touched and minds were inspired. People marveled at how real the story felt, knowing that behind every great film was a team that worked very hard. They understood that Mia's journey was not just about acting. It was about learning the art behind the magic of movies. The film reminded everyone that every detail counts and that courage and curiosity are the sparks that light up our dreams. For Mia, this project was a turning point. It was the day she learned that life is full of unexpected offers. While the rich young man's deal was surprising and even a bit wild, it opened up doors that led her to skills and experiences that she would carry with her forever. It was proof that sometimes big changes begin with a single unexpected choice, and that story, filled with technical wonders and simple truths, is the kind of journey that we can all learn from. As we take one final look back on Mia's adventure, let us remember that life is like a film set. There are moments when the lights shine bright and when all the tools seem to come together perfectly. But there are also times when something unexpected happens, a surprise meeting, an unusual offer, or a sudden change in the script. Each of these moments teaches us something new about ourselves and about the world around us. In Mia's story, the unexpected offer from the rich young man was not just a twist in the tale. It was a symbol of new beginnings and the promise of growth. It showed that sometimes when we are brave enough to say yes to a challenge, we unlock a new chapter filled with learning, friendship, and creative magic. Whether you are an aspiring actor, a student, or just someone full of dreams, remember that every surprise in life carries a chance for a better tomorrow. This tale is a reminder that in every great adventure, there is a moment when you must choose between the safe and the unknown. The unknown might seem scary at first, but it can also be the doorway to a more exciting future. With each step, you learn a new lesson about art, about technology, and most importantly, about yourself. Mia's journey teaches us that learning never stops. Each new camera trick, every adjustment of light and sound, and every small problem solved is a building block in the creation of our dreams. Even if the path is filled with unexpected turns and wild offers, each moment provides the chance to grow a little stronger and shine a little brighter. Now that you have heard the full story of Mia's amazing journey, from the day she was hired for her first big role to the shock of an unexpected deal that changed her life, take a moment to think about your own dreams. Ask yourself, are you ready to say yes when an unexpected opportunity comes knocking? Do you believe that every surprise can be a new beginning? Just as Mia discovered, every moment can lead to lessons that change our lives forever. If this story of adventure, courage, and the magic behind the camera has inspired you, Take a minute to celebrate that feeling. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this journey, and please subscribe to our channel for more simple and exciting tales that bring art and technology together in ways that are easy to understand. Also, be sure to watch the special video on the end screen where we dive deeper into the secrets of filmmaking and the behind-the-scenes magic that makes every movie a masterpiece. Thank you for watching this story, and remember, every day holds the possibility for a wonderful surprise. Keep dreaming big, stay curious, and let each unexpected moment be the spark that lights up your future. Don't forget to subscribe and explore our next adventure waiting just for you on the end screen. Until next time, keep shining and never stop learning.